Welcome to the Box People. Happy Friday the 13th. We would like to introduce, you already know one of our regulars, which is Lulu. She unfortunately can't be with us today because she's sick. Lulu, we hope you feel better as a side note. Chrissy, welcome. Chrissy is another regular, a good friend of ours. In fact, it is Chrissy that came up with the term the Box People. And we shared that story briefly, I think, on the first episode, because the people inside the box sometimes care about you more than the people that see you every single day. And for us, Chrissy is one of those people, and we adore her and love her. And Chrissy is from Australia. So we have not actually met Chrissy in person, but luckily for us, we get to see her nearly daily in the little box. So Chrissy, say something fancy.
G'day. Welcome from down under. There you go.
Chrissy, what's that term you taught us? Aussie?
If you ever hear a chant in anywhere sporting arenas, if you hear Aussie, your reply would have to be oi, 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 oi.
And another thing we've learned from Chrissy is you always want to say, if somebody's barbecuing, is put another shrimp on the barbie. I'm just kidding. You're not allowed to say that in Australia. And it gets Chrissy really riled up.
It's a prawn. Everybody, it's a prawn.
Yeah, but put another prawn on the barbie. It doesn't sound as fun.
I know, yeah. It doesn't.
Wow. Chrissy, it is currently winter in Australia?
Getting to the end of winter, yes.
That's so crazy. So you have all 4 seasons?
Yes.
Why do you make me feel so... Yes.
Okay, can we just say for Chrissy, though, when you ask Chrissy something, and this is one of the things I love about Chrissy, but you could say, okay, so for instance, if I say, Tina, how was your day? Tina will go, it's all right, or it sucked, or whatever. But if you ask Chrissy how her day was, she'll go...
Just ask her.
Yeah, Chrissy, how was your day?
It's been okay.
No, that's not normal. She's a liar. Normally she'll go.
Yeah, but I think I know why. It's literally poor Chrissy is like basically in our time zone. So she is up at the butt crack of dawn. So like she'll be like all like under her covers. And so I think it's because she's also tired, but I never noticed that till Sunny brought it up, and it was really funny that she was like, I almost did something else.
I know what you were gonna do. I saw it, and I was like, no. So okay, can we just say real quick that it is Friday the 13th, and that I freaking love Jason Voorhees. Okay, so like if you're a Scream fan, like if you watch the movie Scream, and it's like, what's your favorite scary movie? So one of the ones they ask her in the very first, oh my God, in the very first episode, I still think that thing needs to be in a segment, but the very first movie, when they're quizzing her, the Drew Barrymore character, is they ask her, you know, who was the main character of Friday the 13th, and they trick her. I don't know if you guys remember this, if you are a fan of Scream. I freaking love scary movies. And anyway, Casey Beckhart says, Jason was the killer, you know, in that movie. And they're like, wrong. And they start kind of like making fun of her for it because it was the mom who was the original killer in Friday the 13th, right? Before Jason suddenly appears in the second one. What?
Is her name Pam Voorhees?
I don't remember.
I think it was Pam.
It could have been Pam. That's kind of a boring name. Like, I got to go with the fact that I really like Sunshine. Like, I hated it when I was little, but now that I'm an adult, Sunshine's kind of a kick-ass name.
Sunshine Voorhees.
Sunshine Voorhees.
That would be ironic.
Remember that dream I had about Michael, but the weapon he was holding was not his knife? Okay, but anyway, Michael Myers, that's not Friday the 13th, that's October 31st. So...
Anyway. Chrissy brought a show and tell piece for Friday the 13th.
Yes, Chrissy, please
show us your tell.
Give it a show off.
Oh, that is so bad ass Wolfman. There's an entire story, Chrissy, if you care to share what you went through to get this Wolfman.
That's the second snort of the show.
I had to order this mask about 3 times, and they never got the order right. That this is the last one, and it's not too bad. It's still not the right one that I was actually ordered. So,
well, where did you order from, Chrissy?
Different places, but they're all linked. I wanted to order one with a moving jaw and glowing eyes, and never got it. So I'm still a little bit.
Let me just add to that, because Chrissy is terrible at telling stories, but I'm kidding. But what happened was, what made it really funny is Chrissy had ordered like a while before Halloween, and this package comes and it's small, and our other friend Lisa was like, open the package, and Chrissy was all pissed. It's not gonna be it. It's too small. It's not gonna be it, right? So Lisa's like, just open it. You never know, whatever. Poor Chrissy opens this thing, and it's like, what, a paper mask or something? Like something really terrible.
It was a paper mask?
No, it was just a half, like just the face part.
Wait, was so much money. Was it similar to like back in the 70s or 80s when you had that string that went around your head when you put on a mask?
It was similar to that, yeah. But
oh my God, I used to hate those things because it always got tangled in your hair.
So the thing that she bought was what she wanted in the picture. She gets this. She's infuriated. She's got to return it. Now it's like getting closer to Halloween. And the thing she went to finally get I think you finally got the one. It actually wasn't even the one she wanted, because you wanted the one with the animated.
It was glowing eyes and a moving jaw that opens up when you open your mouth.
But that one is just a plain high quality wolf, which I think it's.
Oh, I like that mask. Yeah.
It's still great, but
doesn't that mask like walk behind you sometimes as we're talking to you?
It's the bird wearing the mask.
Sunny, one more thing I want to bring up for Chrissy Friday the 13th is the wedding she went to.
Oh my God, my favorite. Can I just say very quickly, this was when I was new to the crew, and Chrissy's like, yeah, I'm going to this wedding. And at that point, I knew that Chrissy was a lot like me in the fact that she likes creepy, scary things. Her, Tina, and I are all kind of on the same page with that.
Not Lulu.
Not Lulu. She does not want to be part of our oddity episodes that will be coming up, and the conspiracy theory thing. She wants no part of it. But anyway, so Chrissy goes out to this wedding. It like seems like it's in the middle of freaking nowhere.
The Wrong Turn. Reminded me of The Wrong Turn.
Dude, it was so like The Wrong Turn. She stays in a cabin. She calls us, and so we're all on this call together, and she goes, there's no locks on any of the doors. And my first question was like, why do you know that? Like, she's like, yeah, on none of the cabins. And I was like, okay, but did you go and check the cabin? Like, how do you know? And not only that, but at one point, Chrissy, I think that was the next day, Chrissy is on with us just to chit chat before the wedding. She has just gotten out of the water. She's soaking wet. She's got a towel around her. And she's like, look, she's like showing us around. And there's like, how many abandoned vehicles, Chrissy, do you think were there?
Rust buckets.
The fact that it's taking you this long is a concern.
8 or 9.
Yeah, 8 or 9 abandoned vehicles. No biggie.
These old Creepers looking trucks, dude. And Chrissy's in the middle of the grass, like, I just got out of the pool. I'm having a great time.
No, she was out of the lake. She just got like a crystal lake, like Friday the 13th.
Okay,
she just got out of the lake.
So then I don't know if it was me or Sunny was like, Chrissy, what is there a man like up in the tree? And then what, Chrissy, what was in that tree?
That would have possibly been a mannequin head.
And it wasn't just mannequin head, it was the whole chest, right? Wasn't it the chest, the torso and everything?
Torso in the head, yeah.
And what was wrong with the mannequin's head? There was...
Yeah, tell us that part, Chrissy.
A few holes.
There was a few holes in the mannequin, in case anyone went to the mirrors the first time.
Bullet holes next to abandoned vehicles, and Chrissy's like, I'm having a great time.
There's more. So, Okay, so the last day, okay, so I guess it's Sunday, it's our Sunday or whatever, it's our Saturday, probably her Sunday. And she is like apparently leaving the area. And she gets on, she starts sharing this video with us. Okay, she's sharing this video and she's like, yeah, everybody's gone, everybody's left or whatever. And I'm freaking out. Now, keep in mind, I like a lot of scary stuff. I don't want to actually be in the middle of scary stuff myself. And so I start freaking out because this is when I first hear about the mannequin, right? I don't think I talked, that's right about the time I hurt my leg, I think. And so anyway, so I wasn't on with them, I think, one day. So anyway, so she's going, so they're repeating themselves. No locks on the doors. There's a lot of abandoned vehicles. There is a shot at mannequin. And Chrissy is showing this video. So I'm assuming Chrissy is like right there at the place still. And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, Chrissy, get out, get out. And she's like very calm. She's like, oh no, I'm not there anymore. I'm just showing, I'm in my driveway. And I'm like, why are you sharing this video in your driveway anyway? Like, why aren't you in the house behind a locked door? Like, I've seen Friday the 13th part 2. Jason follows somebody to an apartment building. Yeah, you got to go. Like, yeah, it freaked me out. Like, I will never forget that as long as I live. Chrissy being so calm about it. It's okay. I'm in my driveway.
Chrissy has a beautifully sadistic mind. She is not afraid of things that normal people. Chrissy's biggest fear is probably Twitter. And I'm just teasing. But seriously, it's funny because we have a lot in common. We do. Because I remember Sunny, you guys were on the phone with me one time and it was really windy out and my door opened. And Sunny's like, someone in your house? Like anytime I look away, Sunny gets freaked out. She's like, why isn't your door locked? And it's like all like it's dark and it's windy and it's spooky. And then I noticed something at the corner of my eye. And I'm showing the girls, I'm like, the neighbor's light is flashing. And I said, isn't that like SOS help when they're, go check it, hang up the phone, call 911. So then I go across the street and the neighbor's like in the garage and he's like, oh, I'm fixing the light. Thanks. Like he was sick about it. I was like, okay, cool, bro. Like next time you flash your light, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Okay, but wait, can we be fair about the story though? You have also shared in the past that you have seen things in your house, right? Like a little kid that doesn't live there and that you don't know. So like
you warned me about my parents.
Wait, what?
Remember I told you that story, right?
He warned you about your parents?
Remember I said what happened was my dad went to pick up my mom from work and they were coming over for dinner and they were like an hour late. And I'm in the kitchen and out of the corner of, and this before that I told you Pandy was barking at something.
Yeah.
She looked like she was just barking at the wall. And at the corner of my eye, I see like this little boy, maybe 8 or 9 years old, dressed in like clothing from the 1920s or something. And he's all like, what did he say? I think he said, answer it or something. And then my dad called and he's like, oh, we got a flat tire. We're stuck. I said, well, where are you? I'll see if I can get, my brother to come. He said, we're in front of a graveyard.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, Sunny, that's nothing compared to what Sunny has. Before you go, I just have to say something. Sunny is more scared from the opposite end of the camera when something's happening to you. If like somebody walks by Sunny, she's more calm than if it's happening to me.
I think it's because I don't want to have to witness it and see it. It's like, yeah, it's terrifying. One time we scared Chrissy though, because Chrissy was in her garage and she was preparing for a yard sale. And
help!
All of a sudden, it was like, Chrissy, what's behind you? And Chrissy, or who's that man behind you? And Chrissy turned around so fast. And at that point in time, I did not know Chrissy could move that fast. She was like, well, was so freaking fast. And we laughed and laughed about that for the longest time because nobody was there. And the thing was, is I kept expecting Chrissy to like yell at us or something, and she never did. She just went right back to looking through her box of stuff.
My favorite thing, Chrissy, about that day, several favorite. But first of all, Chrissy had a garage sale and she was selling stuff. And I know what that's like. She really didn't want to sell it. But imagine pulling up to a yard sale and the first thing you see is like a crossbow, professional crossbow pointing at you. So anyway, she did have customers and we were trying to help her not make sales so she could keep her stuff. So we were being good friends. Every time Chrissy was talking to a customer, she had put us down. And from our point of view, it looked like we were put in a box.
Well, it looked like we were under a table in a box because when Chrissy sat down, like the way, like it was like looking up and seeing Chrissy, right? So we kept yelling out.
We kept yelling things like, help!
Let me out! Call the police!
Where's my foot? Because we make a joke that if we ever go to Australia, that Chrissy will sew us together and make us look good.
Yeah, Christopher Meloni pictures all day.
Yeah.
Is this a good video? Do you like my edit?
Torture.
Yeah,
but the best was...
It's going to be like, I need my fingers. I still got to text Henry and music on Twitter.
No. But the best was every few minutes, Chrissy would look down like she was our mother and we were in trouble. And she'd be like...
or she would just be flipping us off. And Tina and I were dying. And then on the other hand, there would be Lulu who was sitting there, and Lulu would be like this. The entire time. And Tina and I were dying. Like we just thought, well, we think we're Chrissy, we think we're really funny. Which is why we have a podcast.
Chrissy has the best sense of humor. Like she went food shopping and we were telling her to steal food and we were telling her to pull pranks.
Keep in mind that Chrissy, like instead of shopping at her own store, she was still dressed in her uniform and went into the same store, I guess, closer to her house. And so we were trying to get her to walk up to workers there and go, "You're fired. I'm from corporate.
I'm from corporate. You're fired." Yeah. And Chrissy's like, no.
And we were done. And we wanted her to like give people orders. Like, I told you to take care of the bread on the shelves. Like we wanted her to like really get into this mode, like she was corporate, and she wouldn't do it. And then we wanted her to just walk out of the store with like random stuff. It's cool, I'm from corporate. Chrissy, would you like me to say anything while you're on the show?
Not right now, no.
Well, Chrissy, actually, can you teach our fans, by the way, we're up to 20 subscribers.
Woo!
Can you teach our current fans and our future fans a few Australian sayings, lingos, dingos?
A dingo ate your baby.
I know a girl, what I've learned from Chrissy so far is a girl is referred to as a Sheila.
Yes.
Woman, girl, yeah.
Good day. Good day.
Bloke.
Wait, what?
A male's called a bloke.
A bloke. Okay.
He's a good bloke.
He's a good bloke. And if you ever come to Australia and say "G'day, mate," it's a good one. But just cut off the mate and just say "G'day."
How would you say if I came to visit in Australia? What's the best way to say "How are you"?
That's pretty much it.
No, but the best way to say "Who's that man behind you?"
That's still pretty much the same.
No, I heard you say how's it going? No, how you going?
Yeah, how you going?
Yeah, I like that. How you going?
How you going? Yeah, down under. What's another one? You guys call it McDonald's. We call it Macca's.
Macca's.
Well, that's cool.
Macca's. And petrol stations.
Yes.
You call it gas station. You guys call it gas stations.
That's because we do things right.
You guys put gas. You put gas in a car. We put fuel in the car.
Fuel. Yeah.
You guys take forever to get packages when you're shipping in. and it's very expensive to ship to Australia. I just shipped a copy of my latest book and a magazine out to Chrissy, and it cost $29. Not that she owes me any money for that. No need to sell me. And it was just absolutely insane that it was like that much money. And then so not too long ago, we all got these Ian's Gang t-shirts. I'm not going to grab mine, but we all have them. And I think Chrissy was one of the last people to get her t-shirt because it sat in something like Boston for like how long? Like forever. And then they finally, after like a week of being at this post office, they finally shipped it out. And then Chrissy got it like 2 weeks after that.
I sent her, Lulu, and Lisa packages. And Lisa's and Lulu's were more expensive than Chrissy's. And they're closer to the United States because they have all kinds of, I think it has to do with the EU. Like they have all kinds of like, what is it called? Customs fees and country entrance fees. Like it was so crazy. Chrissy's was the cheapest out of all three of them.
Really?
It's really, yeah. Chrissy, do you remember that night Sunny was screaming at us while she was eating chocolate and you were showing us Christopher Meloni pictures?
Yeah.
We talked about that on a previous podcast.
She got really angry at me. I'm sorry.
I was not angry at Chrissy. I was angry at Henry Ian Cusick, and there's a difference.
Who's that?
Well, there's this actor guy, and everybody knows him. He was Desmond on Lost and Marcus on the 100. I can go on and on. He was also on Scandal as Stephen Finch of the first season.
It was a scandal, you eating chocolate like that.
Dude, it was a scandal, me eating chocolate like that. Like that man,
she can't even get her touch straight.
He mentally messed me up that day.
What happened to Sunny that day?
Yeah, he mentally messed me up that day. And the thing is, it's not his fault. He didn't know he did it. But he did, like we talked about, he did this cameo. It looked amazing. Would you stop it? Like, come on. I'm telling you, you need to go block for that thing. Or what do we call it?
Rubber.
No, but we called it something else. It was something really funny. A cucumber. I can't remember, but you and I were making jokes about it.
Oh, ukulele case?
A ukulele case, yeah. I got a ukulele case that's not being used. So anyway, I was really messed up, and poor Chrissy here was talking about Christopher Meloni. But to be fair, she talks about him in every single conversation. So Christopher Meloni, if you're out there, you are well loved. And if you don't feel like you're not loved enough, Chrissy can help you out. And so anyway, Chrissy was showing us about 8,982 pictures that were on her phone of Christopher Meloni. And I like the way she's looking around, but she has not given us the stop sign. And so anyway, Tina said, and then I said, are all these pictures on your phone? And I was just like so enraged because number one, it's not fair that a guy that good looking can do literally hardly anything and look that good. I think it's unfair is what I think it is. And I think that like if he was any kind of gentleman, he would put on a raincoat at some point in time when he's making these cameos and not have a candle flickering beside him.
And a beanie because his hair is
and a beanie,
pretty.
I don't care.
Really he can even
put on one of those hats that looks like the umbrella. Right? So he could put on like a raincoat or something and be like, I just want to wish you a happy birthday. Like he could, there's things he could do to help a woman out, right? Like so she doesn't get
I want to know what Chrissy's thoughts on your terrible suggestions.
Yes.
What would you think of Ian doing a cameo in a raincoat and a beanie? That's stupid.
Umbrella hat.
I would rather him have no shirt. It would be okay with me.
Chrissy, that's all the time we have for today. We're gonna have to say goodbye. But thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. But Chrissy is just honest to God, you guys. I wish you could be part of our conversations because she cracks me up. And my favorite thing about Chrissy is she always comes into a call doing the same thing. Right.
Oh yeah, we made up a thing about that. Yeah.
And she always leaves doing the same thing. And so honestly, I think that should be our picture when we get the t-shirts done. Is this in the box going like this with our faces on the side? Like,
I also like when Chrissy's mad at me, she won't show her face for a little bit. She'll inch in with body part. You'll see the hand and the arm and the elbow.
The elbow.
And then like slowly
like
she'll be like, we are friends, but we fight like normal friends. And sometimes some of us, mostly me, disappear.
And it's never my fault.
Sunny's has ruined our group.
Entire existence.
Yeah, since she came into it, things have been
19 seconds. so we have to wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, if we go a couple minutes, as long as
okay, but don't blame me for the editing as.
Yeah, you're right. We should. Chrissy, is there anything you would like to add? I mean, we're gonna try to have you on every episode, or is this like a few times? You're gonna come on a few times?
I cannot say. Depends on if I can wake up at a certain time in the morning.
Let's put it this way. Chrissy is a box person. She came up with we got the idea from her concept, and Chrissy, you have an open invite anytime. And we love.
And we're okay with it.
What?
It was a joke. I said, as long as we're okay with it.
Yeah, as long as I'm okay with it. Sunny is constantly causing issues, but we absolutely adore you, Chrissy. I am so happy we met. We met on Twitter like everyone else. We met in a kind of strange way, but I'm glad we met, and we absolutely love knowing someone from Australia is so cool. And we
not only that, but honestly, Chrissy is just somebody that
he's a pure soul.
I think you're the one missing out if you don't know Chrissy, and I think Chrissy is just a class act, and I think sometimes that maybe Chrissy doesn't have everything she deserves yet. But honestly, if I could wish goodness and happiness upon anybody, it would definitely be Chrissy. So
she's a good friend to have, and I'm very proud. I just want to say this. I'm very proud of these women. They both started going to the gym. They're eating healthier, and I am not, but I'm happy for
4 days without a hushy bath.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that means
I'm totally fine. I don't even care. And it's 7 days without coffee. I'm totally fine.
I'm scared. Chrissy, I'm scared.
Run.
All right. Before we wrap it up, Sunny, you didn't tell us any spooky stories for Friday the 13th.
Well, I mean, no, I didn't, but I watched some of our past episodes and realized I talked a lot, and so I'm trying to not talk as much now.
Yeah, but you already did that.
I'm really trying. I think I'm going to come on as a Twitter Karen in the next episode.
Oh, yes. Yes, Twitter Karens. Chrissy, you call them Karens down there too?
Yeah, we call them Karens. We got a fair few here too.
Yeah. Let's wrap this one up. Okay. So, Chrissy, thank you for coming on. We look forward to having you again anytime you want. Thank you for watching.
And Chrissy, I think it's only appropriate that you say thank you for watching The Box People, since you came up with The Box People.
Thank you for watching The Box People.
Thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. We appreciate any support.
Yes.
Always think outside of
the box.
Until next time, Box People.
Out.
Chrissy?